What is good, people? I'm back. How you doing? As I promised in my last video, I just released the updated script. So have a look at that. And in case you didn't know, a dyslexic kid who can't read, which is what dyslexia is, a dyslexic kid tries to become an actor, and that's the movie. But we are still making it, and we are still writing the script. So that's what this video is for, and what you're here for, sort of. We're writing the script, and we are 13 scenes in. I don't know how many pages, but it's 13 scenes in. We start off with our main character, Billy, who is sort of a nerd getting bullied, and he's kind of, sort of, maybe completely useless. But that's how he's written. So he doesn't believe in himself, he thinks he just sucks at everything, and he gets bullied for it. That, and he is useless. I don't need to go on about how bad he is. Anyway, so he's being bullied, and then he goes back to class because the teacher stops the whole bullying thing. That's one of the most unrealistic parts of my script. Anyway, they go back to class, and Billy's kind of a naughty kid, in the sense that he's a delinquent. He's not a bully himself, but he's like, he can't sit still, he can't learn, he doesn't want to learn. He just wants to have fun with his life. And that's what he does, at least tries to do, when he's not getting punched in the face. And so him and his best friend Thomas just chat about what happened when he was getting bullied by the big bad guy Sean. I pointed here, but he's not here. It's a wall. So he gets bullied by Sean, and Thomas and Billy talk about it. And they have a nice fun moment, and they make fun of the teacher a little bit, they get reprimanded, blah blah blah. But it gets to a point in class where teacher now says, oh hey, you're all in the 12th grade, or grade 12. And you gotta figure out what you want to do with your life. So now Billy is just listening to everybody in and around his class just saying, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an actor, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a software developer, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that, I want to be rich, I want to be poor, I want to be. And that's essentially like isolating Billy. Just Billy and just yap. And he really can't think of what he wants to be. And so that isolates him, that is what isolates him from everybody else. Billy does not believe in himself, like I stated earlier. And so he just listens to everybody. Look at all their dreams. I have nothing. Can't even read. That's what's going through his head. And then it gets to Billy, and teacher says, oh, hey, Billy, what do you want to do? And he just looks up at teacher. I just want to be happy. Naturally, you say that in school, you're gonna get bullied. So that's what happens. The big bad bully, Sean, goes at it again. Oh, teacher, I just want to be happy. And it just turns into a mockery of Billy. What was a nice session about discussing your future and your plans just turns into a hate on Billy session. Thankfully, Thomas, Billy's best friend, tries to defend him. And that doesn't go so well, and this is where one of my favorite characters of the script thus far is introduced. Her name's Kritika. She's sort of the IT popular girl. So popular girl, but IT. Very smart, very aggressive, and ideally very short. Yeah, I'd imagine many short girls are also very aggressive. I don't know, I think it's a height thing. Anyway, so she's short, aggressive, smart, popular, and she just chimes in to stop Sean from being an ass. And she just chimes in, and you'll see it in the script, don't be a dick, Sean. That's essentially how she chimes in and introduces herself, which is, I think, so cool. And that's her. So then the class goes on bickering about what just happened, but Billy is still there thinking about just the future, you know? Am I useless? Can I do this? Can I not do this? What can I do? Am I just going to do nothing for the rest of my life? That's what's going through his head right now. And that's about scenes 1 to 4, roughly. And then scene 5 and onwards, we basically follow Billy going home. And now he's home and he's doing his chores and doing his homework. Yes, that is unrealistic for a child, but bear with me, it's a movie. So he's doing his chores, he's doing his homework, and he eventually tries to read from a book, Life of Pi. It doesn't have to be that book, but I just chose Life of Pi because, why not? And he absolutely fails. It is painful to watch him try to read those lines from the book. And his dad actually hears Billy trying to do this reading, he hears Billy reading these lines and absolutely failing. And his dad's just like, no, Billy, just stop, son. Go do something else. And while his dad is saying that, his mom walks in. And now his mom and his dad have polar opposite responses to Billy's condition. His dad, on one side, is, son, you're a failure. Accept it, move on. You know, he's very unenthusiastic. He's just like, you failed, you're done. Give up. You can't do anything. You're useless. Accept it. But his mom is like, you're useless. But, I mean, you can still keep failing. We'll love you nonetheless. But we won't show it. Both of them have like these really polar opposite, very bad responses to Billy's condition. Because although Billy is just dyslexic, which means he just has trouble reading, Billy also didn't really put much effort into trying to read. Didn't really put much effort into trying to be social, into just trying in general. So he is more than just dyslexic. He is antisocial, he is unpopular, he is not the brightest because he doesn't try. And unfortunately, neither does his parents. And so we go to a scene that essentially explores what's happening at home for Billy, because his life isn't just a living hell at school, but now it's also a living hell at home too. And we just sort of go through that. Then, while that whole fight is happening with his parents, Billy goes to do more chores because while he's listening to his parents argue in the background, it's quite nice to just move some boxes around. His parents just send him away, that's what I'm trying to say. While he takes a break from doing that, this is in the new scene, Billy stops to watch some Star Wars because, well, he's a nerd at heart. He loves everything movies, everything comics, everything sci-fi, everything entertainment, essentially. But he can't go into entertainment, at least he thinks that, because he can't read. So he goes and he watches some Star Wars, and he's watching the scene, I imagine it's one of the fight scenes, and he's essentially following along the movements and following the characters' movements and learning their lines. And I don't know why I did this, but what I'm trying to say, he's following them and learning the lines and learning what to do by watching, and essentially figures it out. Oh, that's how I learn. And oh, that's what I'm good at. So then he goes on to tell his parents. They're at this point just sitting in the kitchen or something after they fight, and he just walks in. Mom, Dad, I want to be an actor. And his dad is so disappointed. He just stares there. Oh, jeez. And that's sort of what happens with it. And then, next day at school, Billy goes, obviously to school, to tell Thomas. And Thomas is raving on about some project he's working on. Thomas is a mechanic at heart. That's what he wants to be. Thomas is going on and on and on about it. And Billy just pops up. Tom, I want to be an actor. What the I had to quit business call. But I'm not now. Anyway, so Thomas is all, what the F? We don't say bad words in movies. His WTF moment. You know you can't read, right? And Billy's like, yeah, obviously I can't read, I have dyslexia. But I tell you what, if I watch a movie enough times, or watch a scene enough times, I can learn the lines. And Thomas just thinks Billy needs a doctor because he's, you know? And they go on talking about this on their way home. And essentially gets down to Billy saying, I don't need a doctor, I need an agent, I need representation, I need to find my way into this industry. This is what I want to do with my life. For the first time in who knows how long, possibly ever, I know what I want to do with myself. And sharing this, Thomas is obviously enthusiastic to help his friend and says, right, I know a lady. Then the next scene, which I think is probably roughly around scene 7 or 8, possibly 9, I don't know. Offhand, I don't know offhand. I don't have a screen or anything here to get the script. And this is a doll. The next scene is essentially back to Kritika, who, yes, is the popular girl, short, very angry, very smart. She's also the brains of their whole operation. So Kritika helps Billy in particular, but the gang in general, helps them find how we can connect ourselves to industry professionals to get Billy these opportunities and get him to his dream of being an actor. And she does all of this hard work, and she does the planning and the plotting and the scheming, and essentially connecting Billy with these people, or at least coming up with ways that he can connect with these people. Think of her as a sort of soft manager for Billy right now, and Thomas as his hype man. Kind of. Thomas is an ass at some point in the story, but that's essentially their roles. And yeah, so the gang goes on discussing, how can we do this? When they first hop on this call, because they phone each other, they don't meet in person, they sort of just say hi. What's up? That sort of thing. They're children, And yeah, so they just greet each other, they chat, banter about for a few minutes, and then we get to the point of, okay, why did you call me? What do you need? I know you need something. And Billy just shouts it out once again, I want to be an actor. Kritika has the same reaction Thomas did. What the f? No bad words in movies. And they sort of go to their WTF moment all over again. Dude, you're dyslexic, you can't read. Yeah, but I found a way to do it. If I look at a scene long enough, I can learn it. Okay, fine, how do you want to do this? Well, I need to connect with someone in the industry. It basically sort of loops back around. Or rather, goes straight and loops and continues. I don't know, it does some sort of loop. Anyway, it happens, so now they know what they need to achieve. And they have the brain power now. So now it's on the same call that they are discussing, okay, so the guy who can't read wants to be an actor with no experience, no idea of what he can do, how he can do it, and absolutely no contacts whatsoever. That's when they come up with the idea. Tomorrow, the next school day, is a really fun excursion. And at this excursion is going to be, just by chance, a really, I'll say, seasoned person in the industry. It could be a director, it could be a producer. We will come up with his title, like his exact role in the industry on the go, but I've named him Diva for now. And this person is essentially, yes, an industry professional, but he's also a really suckish industry professional and just a suckish person in general. Just a really horrible person and quite bad at his job. But he thinks of himself very, very high and mighty. Oh, you're beneath me. That sort of thing. And yeah, so he thinks of him so high and mighty. But he really is just the worst. Billy and Thomas and Kritika don't know this yet. So they obviously just send Billy out. Okay, tomorrow when we get there, you're gonna sneak out behind the group, you're gonna go meet this guy, you're gonna pitch yourself, you're gonna be in a movie, you're gonna get rich, you're gonna share your money, and we'll all be fine and dandy. Sounds like a good plan. What Billy does not know is, in acting, especially when you're an actor, you don't reach out to industry professionals, and especially when you have no experience and you're not recognized. If The Rock reached out to a director or producer, they'd probably say, yeah, come, be in my movie. But if an unrecognized person who has no experience, no contacts, just says, I want to be in your movie, they'll say no. Because these guys, these producers, these directors get so many thousands, if not millions of requests every day, every hour, from people they don't know that could be scamming them, that could be good, or they could just be bad, or they could just be unprofessional. There's so many things that could go wrong, that have gone wrong in the past, that it's best for them to just ignore the requests and simply go through a casting agency or talent agency or hire people that they know and trust. So Billy doesn't know, and neither does the gang, that his chances of actually succeeding in this are next to zero. Never none. I love that quite recently. Never none, but next to zero, because you have no experience. It's like applying to be an engineer and saying, I only completed grade 1 mathematics. You're not gonna get the job, are you? Most likely not. But I think if you prove yourself enough, or if you have some sort of miracle, you might just. Like 0.000000001% chance. You have zero, but pretty close to it. And Billy does not realize this. So he takes his chance anyway. 1 second. So Billy takes his chance anyway, and he sneaks off behind the group in the excursion the next day. And he goes up to Diva. He is all, oh my God, it's you! It's you! It's actually you! I've seen your latest movie! The one with the Diva's like, oh great, which one did you see? How was it? Billy's all trying to be excited. Oh, you know the one with the last one, the girl face and guy thing? But Diva is obviously, he's not happy yet. He's like, yeah, thank you very much. Bye-bye. And Billy obviously doesn't want this man to leave. He needs to pitch himself. So Billy just stops him. Whoa, wait. Sir, I believe that I can be a huge asset to your business. And I can make you an offer you cannot receive. I can make you an offer that you cannot refuse. I tried to make it sort of like, you know, the old Italian mob bosses, or like the mob movies they do something and say, make him an offer you can't refuse. And that would mean like, kill him or something like that. And Billy unintentionally just threatens to kill the man in a movie sense. And obviously the guy doesn't take it as a serious threat, but it's meant to just be like, this kid does not know what he's doing, does he? You know? And it shows in Billy. It really shows. Billy doesn't know what he's doing. But Diva's in his zone now. He's becoming a real diva, if you know what I mean. He's like, okay, prove it. What can you do? What makes you think you could be an actor on my phone? Billy says, I have talent. And you can claim that you found a rising star. And I'd imagine you give like a really creepy smile, like the one I just did. I will never smile like that ever again. But essentially, Billy really didn't think he'd get this far, you know? And then it's just Diva really mad about this entire scenario. This random kid just walked up, stopped him, interrupted whatever he was doing, then threatened to kill him unintentionally, and then says he's invaluable to Diva's business and doesn't know why he's invaluable. This kid's a joke. It's just terrible. It's a joke. It's all Diva can think of, and Diva just rants on and shatters Billy's dream. This is sort of the lowball point in the movie, so it starts off at a pretty low point, you know, that's on camera. Pretty low point, it peaks up when Billy finds out, oh, I want to be an actor. And then at this point here, this is where Diva shatters his dream. Oh, you're useless, you suck, you can't read, you can't do anything, I wouldn't allow you on set, I wouldn't cast you in a McDonald's commercial, you're useless, you suck, all those things. This brings Billy all the way down. So now Billy had this whole big moment of, I suck, I'm useless, blah 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 blah. Oh, I know, I can be an actor. It's up. And then Diva just comes in and cuts him down to size. It's a realization moment for Billy that not everybody is as enthusiastic about his dream as he is. Thankfully, he has some good friends on his side that can help him and that are helping him. But not everybody wants the same thing for him, and he really realizes this.